Good morning, everyone. My name is Sanjeevani Mishra, and I'm going to present PPT slides on analysis of the research paper. I got a research paper, a lot of research paper, and I come to an end that I need to make a presentation slide on by and reviewing this research paper or by analyzing on this paper. So the paper name is an overview of query optimization in relational system. So relational database system the optimization we can do by using a queries. We can run a query in SQL, MySQL, than in Oracle database software. So data is very important. So we need to go on to the overview of these things. So let's begin with me. So the outline that what my presentation slide, like my PPT slides going to come out of is first the problem statement, that what I find from the research paper, importance of the problem, novelty of the problem, proposed solution, that what the research paper is clearly stated in that paper, limitations of the related work, experimental methodology that the author used to find out the method how to minimize that problem, key findings, what are the findings that the author is going to author is come to have in his hand, and the validation methodology by having a proper proof and having a proper concepts how we can solve this type of problems. There are related case studies and the future roadmap as well. So let's start with our first outline, that's a problem statement. So what's the problem statement that what I addressed in this paper is first we need to focus on the SQL queries because query optimization is most important in the database system. If database is related, it's like a relational, then we need a query optimization. Without query optimization, we can't predict how our problem is going to be optimized and how we can relate with that data. So this is already clearly as stated in that paper. So I just bring to you the statement that what I find in that thing, and the author also make this as an important issue for us. So the author emphasized the complexity of the query optimization due to large search space and the need for sufficient execution plan in the relational database management system. So let's move to the next. What's the importance of this problem? Why the author used to take this problem and make a research on it? Why he put his efforts in this type of problem? So first is significance. This problem is highly relevant in the today's world with the data. So the practical application we can do is like by sustainability, stability in our data, and the real world impact that we can analyze the data by optimizing different methods of optimization by relating the different types of data. So we need to use this type of optimization system to manage our database system. It's important to make clear database system by optimizing our problem. So the novelty of the problem is first the newness. The newness of the problem is a lot of data is coming out in this world. We need to rectify, we need to make a redundancy clear, no need to have a robustness, newness is if required in that type of database system. So what the ongoing research is going on is the innovative research and the importance of the problem that we find in the real corporate world. So it depends on varieties of the social medias and Instagrams and YouTube. They have a lots of data, so we need to query on that. Okay, so we need to optimize that problem. So this is clearly stated in this research paper of optimization by query. So what's the proposed solution that the author gave for resolving this problem is first the genetic query optimization algorithm for optimizing SQL queries, means the structured query language in relational database system. So the paper proposed a research on that type of system. So how this problem work? How this genetic query optimization algorithm works for our problem solving? So it utilizes the principles for the genetic algorithm, which means the natural selection process evolve and optimize every execution steps so that each step is clearly passed with the optimization method or the algorithm that what he suggested in this paper. So the fitness function that we can have a like a based on the three factors that we can say is first is cost estimation, its execution time for the query to run in database system, and the resource utilization means how much data, how much memory are utilized by this type of database system by solving this problem. And also the advantages of this proposed solution is to offer us different type of advantages like complex query, we can solve that type of query. Large search space means there is a different batches available, and adaptability to different database environments and query workloads. So the query workload means thousands of data are coming, so we need to maximize on that thing, and we need to according to that we need to manage a data. And any limitation on this? Yes. So while promoting this, the genetic algorithm or the query based optimization and algorithm may face a different lots of challenges by solving this. So the research includes that it has a large database. It's like thousands of data entries are coming, complex queries we are used to run on this. So sensitivity of the choice of genetic algorithm parameters and the configuration we need to be on mind. So by solving this optimization or the data, we need to propose the solution of this. So this is one of the solution, and also the limitation is also coming on. In every research there is a limitation of every work. So the previous solution that what he addressed is like the limited energy that they are taking, limited space they have, and different types of database system we have. So we need to optimize and we need to take care of that which database system we need to use for this solution. Okay, and the awareness, how we can aware the people to have a data. The most recent and historical research is like optimizing assumption, limitations of query optimization, unreasonable assumption, solved limitations. This all are the work that includes in this data. So next we move to the experimental methodology that that the author used to give to us. So the objectives of the experiments is like the efficiency compared to the traditional query optimization techniques. Experimental setup, they need data sets representing various database size, batch size, and structures so that we can solve the data according to the database availability. And the matrix evaluation is one is query evaluation time. Time is must. In query execution time, we can measure the time for executing each query using this algorithm. And there is also an optimizers. So cost estimation accuracy, how accurate each query runs. Scalability, how we increase our data set size, how the complex query will run. So these all are the evaluation metrics. And the experimental methodology, it also includes a different like an experimental procedure, benchmark of data set. We can select random queries and we can make a batches, and then we run that type of queries and record the query execution time. We need to manage, we need to note down the query execution time, and each query takes its times to execute. And the matrix, we need to manage a matrix to solve that data. The data set is important. So executed outcome anticipated the algorithm will demonstrate superior performance in terms of query optimization, cost estimation accuracy, and the scalability across different data sets and query workloads. So we come on this, and the key findings that the author used to find by researching this problem, he find a different findings like how the query execute, how the cost estimated, how the scalability and the performance of the data comes to an end by giving this by testing this algorithm in this problem. So on an average we can say that suppose an X person compared to baseline optimizer, and they're demonstrating its efficiency of generating optimized query plans. So whatever we plan, like each query will execute in this much time, in this amount of time, we can execute or not. We need to make our eye on that. And the cost estimation accuracy. So this proposed traditional methods, particularly the complex queries, large data set, we need to make a query plan selection, which plan we need to be executed. And the most important is the scalability and the performance of the database management system. The system used to be perfectly readable and perfectly executable, because if the data size is too big, if we can't able to handle, the complexity will going on as the worst case. And also we find about the efficiency is must for the optimization, how our system is efficient for solving this problem. And organization can also benefit from significant time, they can manage their time resources by adopting this algorithm and the database management system. So future direction we can say, like including optimization for specific database architectures and query types, which are the different query types that we can execute for solving database system. And exploration of the potential integration with existing database management system to facilitate seamless adoption of enterprises and with the organization that works in these things. The collaboration with the industrial partners for real world validation and the deployment in genetic query optimization algorithm in the diverse operational environments. So these all are the key findings that the author find in his research paper, that we come out of this and we can learn this. And also there is a lot of validation, because the key findings are here. So we need to also validate, is this the method clear, is this one proper impact, is this one the perfectly suit with that things. So the case study is also we are proposing the practical application of their methods, the proposed method they used to have, and specific details about the case studies are not mentioned in this paper, but we predict that it has. So the statistical hypothesis testing method used for the validation in this paper. So there is statistical hypothesis testing doesn't seem it's like a primary method, but it has. So analytical evaluation, the paper likely includes an analytical evaluation, theoretical model, algorithm are developed and analyzed for their effectiveness of their uses by addressing the problem. So the validation methodology includes how we validate our problem, how we clearly come on that problem, how this algorithm works to solve this problem. Also, computational complexity. Different operating system had different complexity. So the efficiency and the scalability of their proposed method is not explicitly mentioned, but we can predict that different operating system has different complexity. So the experimental evaluation are like validate proposed method using real world data or simulation to demonstrate effectiveness in practical scenarios. So the strength and the weakness of the methodology means every method has their plus and minus point. So we can say the strength of this is like an approach combining theoretical analysis and practical experimentation. So and the weakness that we find is the limitation of the availability or the data experimentation validation. So the reason for choosing this genetic query optimization algorithm is to choose this methodology to provide a rigorous validation, how to combine theoretical insights with practical applicability, ensuring readability and the relevance of our data by findings in the real world scenarios. So these all are the validation method that author used to give to us. And there are also retail analytics that we find about the case study, that different what we can say is like how the business model works, what are the challenges if they use this algorithm in their organization. So it's like a management. First we can say it's an inventory management, because inventory is most depend on the organization to organization. Sales forecasting, customer segmentation, how they manage their customers according to solving the data. And also to drive actionable insights requiring efficient processing. to implement this algorithm. And the challenges is also we find is to struggle handle the scale and the complexity of the retail data set. So long query execution times leading to delayed decision making and hindering real time analytic capabilities, and also inaccurate cost estimation in suboptimal query plans. So reduced accuracy, we can manage our cost estimation. So that's the most important challenge that every organization is the cost execute and the execution of time. So what's the solution? The solution is to implement this algorithm within an existing data analytics and infrastructure to improve query performance and its accuracy, how it comes out. So the integration of this algorithm is based on the cost-based optimization algorithm to generate optimized query plans tailored to the retail data set and query workload. So the result it comes out is the retail company to scale their analytics operation efficiently, supporting growth and innovation initiatives. So the cost estimation leading to improved query plan selection, how it works, how this analytical precision works in this. So at last I like to present a future roadmap, how this algorithm enhancement works, how evolving this, how to use this algorithm to evolve our database architecture, how the query optimization challenges we can solve it, and the industrial collaboration as well, like for a strategic partnership with leading technology companies and enterprises or the governmental organization, how this algorithm comes in, how this effectiveness in operation in the environment comes out of. So they collaborate with different stakeholders to get a feedback and to get a review of how the further optimization and the customization works in. So this all are the roadmap, and also the research and the innovation that what we find is also the techniques for advancing query optimization and database performance by implementing this algorithm. So by documenting, training, support service to the facilitate adoption to different employees to how to use this type of algorithm will maximize your productivity. So database management technology will stay out on this innovation. The next innovation is also coming on. This is not the final step, but the lot of researches are going on in future. So we can use that this as a genetic query optimization algorithm is best suits according to this research paper. So this is the last one that would I like to have. So thank you so much for your kind effort and to listen to me. And this is all from me. Thank you, Sanjeevani Mishra.